Are you obsessed with DNA tests? The answer is yes, and that's why you're watching this video. Simple question, surprise question, unrehearsed. I'm asking my mom, have you ever considered yourself to be white? Are you a white person?
Well, I never really, I think no, no, because like whenever I would fill out the, the forms with the ethnicity, I would always think, well, what am I? Because they didn't have Italian on there when I thought I was Italian, but I didn't think I was Hispanic either, because that would just be half. So.
And it's funny because now that we do know what you are, if we were to look at how much of that is European, which is usually considered what is white, what is Caucasian, that sort of thing. I'm trying to think of how much of your DNA actually shows up as European. Because the Greek would count as European. The Spanish would count as European. The Central American would not. And actually the Middle Eastern and the Jewish actually counts as white. I've made many videos about that, and most people say that that's white. So I guess you're more white than anything.
Wow. See, and I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that growing up, because I knew I looked different from everyone else. I mean, I looked different from everyone else. On our street, on the street that I grew up in, Buffalo, New York, you had, all the different groups of people, but not necessarily anyone who just resembled us. I mean, as far as like dark complected and dark hair, we had the blonde hair and the blue-eyed families. You had the redheads, and truly back then in the 60s, I mean, the really red hair, like, the red hair, the freckles, But, as far as like us, I never thought that anyone, I didn't think there was anyone else on our street that looked like us. We definitely stood out.
I think this question is also relative to who's watching this. I think for Americans, versus people in Europe, they're going to have different perspectives on this as far as whether you're white or not. I think people in more southern Europe are going to say, well, yeah, they're probably going to say that you're white. But I think people in northern Europe, and I'm wondering what people in America would say. I never really thought about it my whole life growing up. I always saw myself as white, but I never thought whether or not you were. But you never saw yourself as white.
No, never did.
So.
Never did, because I thought, well, no, to be considered white, that would be, to me, that was blonde hair and blue eyes, or just real light-skinned.
Because everybody on both sides of your family looked like you.
Yes.
Dark features. So
yes.
Anything beyond that would be white, but everyone has dark hair, dark eyes, and darker skin than what you typically see. So that's my mom's perspective of reality, but reality is perspective. What do you think? Right here in the comments.